guys, Melissa from cloudmom.com, answering a question today from a viewer. At what age did my children drop the nap? So I do have a couple videos on napping. I have one on transitioning from 3 to 2 naps. I have one on transitioning from 2 to 1 naps. And I have another video that I'll link to from the post for this vlog on my site on dropping the nap entirely, which is really what I'm talking about today. But this is just sort of a quick summary to talk about when my kids actually dropped the nap. And I'm doing this in hindsight now because actually when I filmed that last video, Annalise, my daughter, my 4th child, was 4, and now she's getting close to turning 5. She's going to turn 5 in a few months. So I have sort of that experience, and I'm going to share that today. So basically, with my kids, 2 of my children dropped the nap at 3, and 2 dropped the nap after 3. My oldest child, Headley, dropped the nap at age 4. He was napping with his brother, who was a year younger. And basically, we kind of cut the nap out for both of them at the same time. And the reason was that they were staying up late chatting in their room. So it seemed like it was just a better idea to put everybody to bed earlier. And they seemed to be showing all the other signs, which I talk about in my video about dropping the nap, of not really needing the nap anymore. So anyway, Lachlan was at 3, Headley was at 4, Beckett was at 3. Annalise went way longer than anyone else. She napped now and still actually occasionally naps well into her 4s. And what happens with Annalise is that, you know, now most days I find she really resists it. And sometimes on the weekend I try to give her a short nap of an hour or so. And if she's tired, she will take it. But she doesn't really want it. But she did sort of have a few naps a week well into her 4s, I would say, until around 4.5 even. And for some reason, she just needed that. And so that worked. Now, it's much more rare. It's really like if something's gone on the night before, like we had a sleepover last weekend, she didn't sleep well at all. So the next day I put her down for a 2-hour nap from 12 to 2, and then she went to bed at her regular bedtime. And that day she didn't fight me so much. She actually wanted the nap. What happens, and is happening with her, which happened with my other kids, which I think is interesting to share, is that some of that nap time got absorbed into their nighttime sleep. So with Annalise right now, I put her down usually most nights by 7 o'clock, and she sleeps through on a school day until 8 the next morning, and on a weekend, sometimes even until 9. All my kids sleep really a lot. So I've been lucky to have good sleepers, but she's sleeping beyond 12 hours, like 13 hours a night, sometimes even 14. So I think that she's kind of taken that nap time and moved it into her nighttime sleep. And this I found also to be the case with my other children. By the time they got to be, 6, 7, 8, 9, they rarely went beyond 12 hours. And actually my oldest child, 9, now more often sleeps like 11 hours a night, which I think is normal. He definitely can go 12 though on a good night. So anyway, that has been our experience. Marielle is still napping, usually 2 hours a day. She's gonna be 3 very soon. She usually naps from 1 to 3. I try not to have her nap any later than that. And then she's down for bed by around 7:30 and sleeps through also until around 8 the next morning. So she's sleeping around 14 hours a day at around age 3. Now, my kids tend to be huge sleepers. Their dad is a huge sleeper. I think it's genetic. I've been lucky in that way. And in some cases, not so lucky, because when they don't get that sleep, things are not so easy for me. But anyway, that's been my experiences. Other moms, please share what you've gone through when it comes to dropping the nap, at what ages your children dropped the nap, and how you sort of went about this transition. I would love to hear from you on my site on cloudmom.com. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Good luck dealing with these sleep issues with your children, and I will see you next time.